It was beautiful land. You know, until Esau got here. Read that again.
It says, Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. But Ephraim shall bring forth, I think, pleasant places.
Oh yeah, Slaki. Yeah. Excuse me. The pleasant place is so-called Puerto Rico. All right.
Indians are.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
They live in the hood with you. Ghettos, prison house over there.
It's Hosea 9 and 13.
Oh, y'all school. Where y'all located at?
Slaki. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Because you gotta understand that island of Puerto Rico, man. You know, the brother just corrected me. It didn't hit me till now. You know, that term Puerto Rico literally means rich port. Okay, because that land was full of riches and pleasant things. So the pleasant place is Puerto Rico, right?
Hosea 9 and 13. Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. But Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer.
Yeah, because the murderer represents who? The so-called white man. Yeah, the conquistadores. That's right. So he came over here. He was raping the women. He was hanging the women, the pregnant women, and ripping the babies from out the womb. Okay. As a matter of fact, can somebody hand me my bag? My black bag over there. I got some information on that devil, Christopher Columbus. No, not that black bag. The other one. Yeah, the one right behind you. Right there. Yeah, right there.
This is Genesis 27 and 38. Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said, Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the blessing of the so-called white man was a sword. I mean, he had the power to go around the whole world and basically slaughter whoever he came in contact with and prevail against him.
Exactly. And perfect example is what he did to the so-called Puerto Ricans. Okay, he killed them down to what, 1,500?
Even what about the Aborigines over there in Australia?
Well, he displaced them too.
Yeah, but they're not Israelites. Okay, they come forth with the line of Japheth. Okay.
You got
the Israelites, they come out of Shem. All right. So that's two different nations. That's right.
You know, we had 3 sons, Shem, Ham. That's what we populated the whole world. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We come out of the line of Shem.
So here's Esau. You see, he got his swords. Okay, he got his army, and he's surrounding the so-called Puerto Ricans. All right. There's another with the pictures. Matter of fact, it's that same picture right there. Yeah. Okay. So the brother read to you the prophecy on Esau's listen, the military.
They had guns and stuff.
Well, yeah,
so I got something to read to you, right? This is info on Taino, which is what they were originally calling themselves, Taino and Arawak Indians. Okay? It says, when Columbus and his crew arrived on their second visit, okay, this is on Hispaniola, actually, it says, however, they took captive about 2,000 local villagers who had come out to greet them. It says, further, this guy, Sunio, probably not pronouncing that right, says further notes that he himself took a beautiful teenage Caribbean girl as his personal slave. So, you know, Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom, so this basically represents what Esau was doing to all the tribes on them different islands, man. All right? But this one right here is focusing on Hispaniola, right? Which means Little Spain, I believe. Okay? So, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you, okay?
No, I was.
It says, he took a personal slave. I'll read it to you, man. I'll read it to you. If you want to look at it after when I'm done, because I want to do it for the camera's sake too. It says, a beautiful teenage Caribbean girl as his personal slave, a gift from Columbus himself. But that when he attempted to have sex with her, she resisted with all strength. So in his own words, he thrashed her mercilessly and raped her. So that's what they were doing to our women. And it says, Columbus and his men also used the Taino as sex slaves. It was a common reward for Columbus when men for him to present them with local women to rape. As he began exporting Taino as slaves to other parts of the world. So even before the transatlantic slave trade, excuse me, that's what they were doing to the Taino Indians and the people of the Caribbeans. All right, the Caribbean islands. So there's a lot of information here, but I wanted to focus on that main point, slaves, all right? Ephraim, okay, Manasseh, Reuben, Gad, all of them were slaves, okay, to the so-called white man, just like the so-called Negroes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So you can read that prophecy on that we were oppressed together. Con.
I got some one that the Israelites put in here.
Yep. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yep. Con. Yep. And it tells you in the book of Ezra, man, that the 10 tribes were going to come to another land. You know, and that other land was in the Americas. Okay? North, South, and Central America. And within the Caribbean islands. You got that? So if you go and read that.
All right, this is from the book Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, The Origins of American Racism by Ronald Sanders.
Yep, get a shot of that.
Sorry. We'll read an excerpt from page 77, which is entitled Into Columbus. It says, all his life, Columbus' ideas about geography were permeated with a particular religious mysticism. He kept a book of prophecies in which he collected quotations mostly from the Bible, often those dealing with islands or isles far off. This is the Bible. It's the book of prophecies with the Bible. Going down to another paragraph that says,
yeah, and if I may say, that's how, if you watch the movie 1492, that's where Christopher Columbus, he knew where he was going, okay? Because he was getting his information, the movie says, about Esdras, you know? So it was recorded in what? Esdras. That what? The tribes were over here. So Christopher Columbus was already aware that there were people over here on this side, man.
Yeah, because the Vikings came over here first, but who are those Vikings that they're talking about?
Israel. Moors.
Oh, okay.
Byzantine Empire. Europe, Germany.
So why are they trying, but you notice they're trying to push interracial relationships. So what's that? Just keep us distracted?
Yeah, also you get your lineage from your father.
Huh?
You get your nationality from your father. So they can mix race all they want. That child is still their father.
So is that enough diversion for them to push interracial relationships with black man, white woman?
Well, the nation's already been mixing for years, for centuries. I mean, for ages. It's always been going that way. The Lord's been doing that, but that's how He dispossesses nations. You take a nation down, and the nation that conquers that nation, He uses their women as spoil. They kill all the men off. You put your seed into their woman.
Yeah,
those children come up looking mulatto or whatever.
Yeah, but now you start to see a lot of that woman coming towards black men. You start to see
They're going down. That's why. So the Lord is going to do away with He's going to do away with the crackers, and He's going to do away with all these other nations too.
But why are the women starting to come towards us? That's what I'm trying to
Because we're the holy people.
Yeah,
but the Lord, why
Yeah,
not?
con.
I mean, that's
Oh, wait a minute.
or is it just
Get
a
out.
certain
Oh, I'll get it.
status?
because we're the gods of the earth.
Because you don't see that in the white woman a certain status, they don't deal with that. So we're just the poor white ones and
So it's really a carnal
don't matter. It don't
flesh, but it's spiritual too. But they want us because we, we're lovers. We can have sex.
Yeah. Let me read something. This is Isaiah 42. Real quick though. It's Isaiah 42 and 24.
got a boy looking on the clock, he'll fight you to death to say something about his girl.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, He against whom we have sinned? So we had to serve slavery because we went off as a nation of people. So we lost our heritage, man. We lost our heritage. We lost the fact and knowledge that we are Israelites. Don't take no pictures of us, man. Well, through the Spirit, we're coming back, you know? Through the Spirit, we're coming back. So from Judah all the way down to Issachar, they're all the people of the Most High. They're all Israelites, not the so-called Jewish people, okay, or so-called Jews in the land of Israel.
Khazars.
Yeah, the Khazars. They're converts, all right? They're not the people of the Most High. They're just trying to take on our nationality to suppress us as a nation, all right? Their biblical nationality is Esau, okay? And they're the wicked, all right? Mainly in the Bible. You got two wicked, you know? But they're the main wicked. When it talks about the wicked in Job 9:24, that's representing the so-called white man. All right, and he did this to the so-called Negroes. He did this to the so-called Latinos, and he put slavery and hell on the Native and Seminole Indians. But I'm gonna read this again. This is all according to prophecy. All right, this is what the Lord set out to do. But he used the so-called white man. All right, he used the so-called white man to play the part of the devil. It says, who gave Jacob being the 12 tribes, okay? The representative and progenitor of the 12 tribes. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers. The robbers would be Esau, the so-called white man. Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. All right? So, but what's the Lord doing? The Lord is restoring the nation of Israel through the truth and knowledge of who we are. Why? Because he's getting ready to come back to destroy America. It was already prophesied that he had an elect.
He's going to bend Judah to him and fill the boat with Ephraim.
Exactly.
So this is Jeremiah 15:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
So we were oppressed together, man. All the Israelites were oppressed under the so-called white man, as a matter of fact, under all nations. Okay? Collectively. Yep. That's why it says, Khan, brother, that's exactly why it says in Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, gather together, O nation, not desire. Alright? So, you know.
Just to finish the point that Columbus, or Cristobal Colon, which is his real name, he knew about the Israelites prior to so-called discovering America, okay? But he didn't discover America.
Just walked away, blown away. You see his face? He was perplexed.
A striking element, this finishes it off on page 77.
Hey, you can take pictures of the signs, man, but don't take pictures of us. Okay? That's fine.
A striking element in Columbus' geographical religiously city is his intense and abiding interest in the 4th or 2nd book of Ezra. The 2 apocryphal books of Ezra purport to the additional writings by and about the Old Testament Ezra. So basically, for him to come over here, he read the book of Ezra, okay, which basically solidifies the validity of the Bible. Okay?
He didn't have to read the book of Ezra to find anything.
He read the prophecy that's in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter about Israel, the other tribes being over here in the Americas, okay? And that basically again proves the accuracy of the apocrypha.
Okay? You know, the word apocrypha means sent away, hidden anyway. You know? What's that? Yeah, no, man. The time just went by so quick.
This is Jeremiah 50:31. And behold, I am against thee, all thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts, for thy day is come, and the time I will visit thee. And thou most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts,